Welcome to this update. Today we will be talking about a few winter storms and other storm systems that will impact the US and Canada. So let's take a general look here first with the GFS. Sorry about the noise because my dog is playing there. So let's see. We have that snow over in Canada there that will cause some winter storms in parts of the US. First in the Midwest there, we have the low pressure with a little bit of snow, and it goes there towards the Great Lakes and affects the Northeast. And then we have this low pressure, that tracks with it, bringing all the rain on the East Coast. A pretty interesting low pressure bringing rain and storms to the Carolinas there. And then it tracks up north. A lot of snow to parts of Canada, Maine, Atlantic Canada and everything, so be aware about this coming storm. And before all of this happens, there's this rain in the south there, bringing a lot of storms to Florida on March 23rd and March 24th, starting tomorrow. On Friday actually, some rain in Florida. Then the low pressure tracks up there, brings all those storms to the eastern US. And then it even shows that this low pressure, another low pressure forming the Atlantic. Who knows if it could be a subtropical storm? We'll keep monitoring it. And then more storms hit the west there. Some storms bringing rain and snow to western Canada and western US there. And then, so be aware of that snow and rain there. And then this low pressure brings a lot of snow to parts of the northern US there. And then it tightens up more, brings some ice in the mix there, and a lot of snow to those areas, southern Canada, Midwest and other parts. You have that line of rain and storms below there that might bring some severe weather. And then this tracks north, brings... This model is showing a lot of ice in parts of Maine and Canada there. This will change, but be aware of some ice there around March 27th. Then we have another storm in the west there, with more rain and snow, and another low pressure forms in the Midwest and brings some rain and maybe some storms there. Then it tracks to the east coast and everything. Then more storms there, another storm affects the central US with rain and storms. And I know part of Canada is off the map, but there will be more ice and snow, parts of Canada there. So this is already April 5th, so it's 1 or 2 weeks out, so take this as a grain of salt. But what I showed you earlier will probably happen. Some storms there in the south, the systems that tracks through the east coast and everything. So let's take some closer looks at some stuff. First, the storms, because here in the Storm Prediction Center we have these two marginal risks today for some hail, some wind possible, and even a small tornado threat in Oklahoma. But the bigger thing is tomorrow, with that slight risk in Texas and marginal risk in Texas and Louisiana. So isolated severe thunderstorms capable of producing mainly large hail are expected across portions of the northwest, central, coastal Texas into Louisiana on Thursday. Some locations may see multiple rounds of thunderstorm activity from the morning through the evening. So be aware of that. They currently have the 2% tornado threat, the wind threat, and the 15% hail threat there. So be aware. Let's see day 3. They also have a marginal now on day 3, parts of southernmost Louisiana and parts of Florida. Might be some hail, some water spouts, and some gusty winds. So be aware. But day 4 through 8, they have this 15% risk on day 5 across Oklahoma, Texas, and southern Kansas. So this is from the other storms that we show there on the model that they are coming. So be aware of this on day 5. We'll make more updates if necessary. So let's see the model with the Euro now here. So now we have a little bit of snow in Alberta there, in Montana and other parts there. and then this snow will will affect portions of the Midwest later, but the imminent threat is in Montana. There's some snow and stuff. So let's take a look further. It shows the low pressure forming, bringing some possible ice and snow to two parts of the Midwest there. On Friday, yeah, more snow around there. And then it has the low pressure in the south continuing there, the storms through Florida and the Carolinas. So let's see. Yeah, the storms continue there. Now the snow and ice is in the northeast, and a lot of rain off the coast and in parts of the southeast there. And another system in the west with some snow and rain, scattered ice or wet snow. So the snow continues there in the northeast, going to Canada. So, and then more snow in parts of Montana, the Midwest, the Dakotas and southern Canada there, with that next system coming. And then this snow continues in northern US there and other parts. And then this low pressure tightens up a little bit, bringing some ice and some snow back behind it, and some storms there in Texas and Oklahoma. I think this is that risk there on day 5. So a lot of snow in some parts there, maybe some ice. Let's keep this going. And then the snow in the north and the line of rain and storms in the south, like I showed you before. So this keeps going. Let's take a look. Yeah, the line there keeps going. Might be some severe weather still around there. The snow now affects southern Canada and more parts of the Midwest. Let's jump further here. Still some storms around the Gulf there. And so sorry if I'm going through this too fast, but the date is always there below the model. So let's see. It shows a low pressure there in the southeast around Thursday, 28th of March. So there might be some stuff there. Another storm in the west with some snow, the northern Rockies. And let's see this further. More rain there in the northeast, snow there. Yeah, I think you got the idea. Let's take a look at some precipitation now, like total quantitative precipitation. This is in the next 248 hours. It's a lot. So you have an idea. In the southeast and east coast, a lot. Parts of California and Oregon have a lot too. And parts of Alabama, those parts there, a lot. So that, be aware of that. Let's jump to 114 hours, which is less, so we can compare. Rain Florida, there more. Parts of California. Let's see, 60 hours, a little less. Yeah, so you have the idea. Let's see the total snowfall here. First, the first 6 hours. No, you think this is hours, yeah. So then let's jump to 78 hours in the northern US, in the northeast there mostly, 120 hours. More in the west, there in the Rockies, in the Midwest, 162 hours, 156, yeah. So more in the Midwest, parts of the west there, and in the northeast. Let's just go straight to 248 hours and see. So a lot in the Cascades and Sierra Nevada, a lot in the Midwest there, in the Rockies, in the northeast, yeah. So this big winter storm that everyone is talking about will be mainly in the northern US through the Midwest there, those areas I showed you there. So yeah. Okay, this is it, I think. I wanted to show you some more graphics and stuff like freezing rain accumulation and those things, but you need, I don't have the premium subscriptions of the sites here, so But let's just flip through this precipitation type model so you can see a little bit more, and then that's it. So let's see here. White is snow, and between the snow and rain you can always get some freezing rain, some wet snow in those different colors here. So be aware of that. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, and then as the snow goes to the northeast, between the rain and snow you might get some freezing rain, wet snow. Yeah, another storm in the west there, lots of wet snow in green. And then remember that ice I said in Canada, there might be some ice in Canada, Nova Scotia and everything, wet snow and those stuff around Monday. Yeah, so be aware of those stuff. And even around next Tuesday and stuff, some more ice in Canada with the systems there. Yeah, this is it, I think. Thanks for watching.